everyone, this is SamFam and welcome to the Raptors Uprising Gaming channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a post move tutorials, and specifically I'm going to show you how you can effectively use post fades in NBA 2K22. So before I go into detail with the specific controls, let's take a look at 3 keys animations you have to do fades. Number 1, you want to shimmy and jab fake at the defender. And then number 2, you want to spin off your pivot foot after the jab and fake into a fadeaway. As you can see here, I jabbed, I'm spinning off the back pivot, and then I fade to create large distance. And number 3, you want to make sure you combine the dream shake and fade ace bash so you get the biggest make and green percentage chance as you do this fadeaway off your back pivot after the jab fake. So this is really important because if you look at this animation, not spinning off your pivot foot to fade can be a disaster. Here, I don't do that, and I'm just kind of taking a fade after the jab, but I'm not spinning off the back pivot. So then the separation I'm creating and the angle is not as good. See, for comparison, you can see this version is much better. Here is another bad fade trigger. I'm pretty much shooting from the same spot that I jabbed at, and I'm not fading away after the spin. But when you do it correctly, it's way better, much more distance, and you'll get a way lesser contest to increase the chance of the make. So after knowing that, what control inputs do you need to, get the correct animation triggers? So I'll break that down for you here. So starting off, you want to make sure you're holding into L2 to get into the post. And you can make sure your back is facing baseline. If it's not, all you're going to do is continue to hold L2 and flick the right stick up, and your player will turn. Now, once you're in this correct position, you want to flick the right stick left and jab at the defender, because in this case, he's on your left. So flick it left. And the moment your jab foot touches the ground, then you want to immediately continue to hold L2. Now you want to push and hold the left stick to the right plus hold square at the same time. So push and hold left stick right and hold square. This will give you the fade off the back pivot, spinning off of it. After the jab, you get the separation from the defender because of the dream shake. Perfect separation. Here you can see another way to do this without facing the baseline. So in this instance, I'm starting off facing the baseline. I'm holding L2, flicking the right stick up. I do that, so I switch my post stance. So you can see after I do this trigger, instead of my back facing the baseline, now I turn the other way. But you can still spin fade off of this. But now the directions are different. So now you want to flick the right stick to the right. If you're facing your back to the defender, flick the right stick to the right if you're on the right side of the court. And then continue to hold L2 obviously, and then push and hold the left stick down and hold square at the same time, and push and hold the left stick down. Don't let go as you hold square. You get the meter to come up, get that separation, let go of square when you think you're close to the green window. Alright, so let's do a little test scenario so you can figure out what trigger you're going to use depending on where you're in the court and how you're posting up. So in this instance, which direction do you think you should flick the right stick? The answer is you should flick the right stick to the right because your back is facing the defender and you're on the left side. So if you flick it to the right, you're going to jab that way. And then after this, what should you do? After this, you want to continue to hold L2 obviously, and then push and hold the left stick left plus hold square. So the pivot foot is on the left side here. Then you spin off of it, get that separation, and you get that fade. Alright, so every situation is kind of different, but the idea is the same. You want to jab at the defender, and then you want to spin off your back pivot to shoot, right? So you're holding L2 here, you're on the left side of the court. This time you want to jab to the right, and then shoot off the back, push it to the left, and spin off that way. So you kind of have to read the foot. It's kind of interesting because it's like your footwork, right? This time you want to jab to the right, and then spin down because your back is facing the defender. So that one is more unique. So make sure you get this down. It will take a little bit of practice, but once you figure out all across the court how to trigger it, you'll be able to do it all the time. And then because of this, if you can stack a player that has the dream shake badge with the fade ace badge, you can actually make really tough fades. These are really good bailout shots or mismatch shots. You can see LaMarcus has dream shake and fade ace here, and that's just deadly. And eventually, it's going to get to a point that you're so consistent with the fades, the defense has to bring the doubles, then you're just going to read the floor. If you got post playmaker and even bullet passer, all that good stuff add together, it's going to be absolutely devastating playing out of the post. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this. If you got any questions about it, leave it in the comments section. And try this out. It's going to take practice, get to every spot of the court, figure out what animations you're going to trigger and how to trigger it, but then you'll be good. Alright, so thanks for coming by. I look forward to speak to all of you again very soon.